What happens after our last breath? Do we simply dissolve into nothingness? Or is there a hidden path beyond our world, leading to realms beyond human comprehension? Welcome, soul traveler, to the mystery of mysteries. Today we step beyond the veil, guided by ancient wisdom into a realm that few dare to explore. Our journey begins with the Tibetan Book of the Dead, the Bardo Thodol, a mystical guide meant not just for the dying, but for the living as well. It is a map, a spiritual compass, meant to reveal the profound nature of life, death, and what lies in between. Our teller for this journey is none other than Padmasambhava, the precious master of Tibetan Buddhism, a legendary teacher and spiritual warrior. Centuries ago, he brought Buddhism to the rugged, mystical land of Tibet. Through his teachings, Padmasambhava sought to guide both the living and the departed, not to cling to fear or illusion, but to recognize the ultimate truth that awaits us all. In his words, we will navigate the mysterious states between life and death. Together, we'll uncover how these teachings offer a pathway to liberation and peace, even in our final moments. So, are you ready to journey beyond this world, to glimpse the ultimate truth? Let us begin. Tibetan Book of the Dead is not just any book, but a guide crafted to navigate the most mysterious and profound journey any of us will ever take, the journey beyond death. This is the Bardo Thodol, widely known in the West as the Tibetan Book of the Dead. The Bardo Thodol serves as a spiritual roadmap for the soul, guiding it through the uncharted territories between death and rebirth. It's a text that reveals not only the mysteries of life's end, but also the hidden realms that open once the final breath has left our body. In these pages, the soul is shown a path toward liberation, the freedom to escape the endless cycle of rebirth and enter a state of true enlightenment. This profound guide was brought to life by the legendary teacher Padmasambhava. Known as the Precious Master, Padmasambhava arrived in Tibet in the 8th century, invited by a king desperate to unify his land with the teachings of Buddhism. But Tibet was a land of ancient beliefs and fierce spirits, and Padmasambhava was no ordinary monk. He was a mystic, a master of esoteric practices, known to perform what many saw as miraculous feats. Through his wisdom and mystical abilities, he tamed the local spirits, merged native beliefs with Buddhist practices, and laid the foundation of Tibetan Buddhism as we know it. In creating the Bardo Thodol, Padmasambhava offered a profound gift. His vision was to create a guide that would not just serve the living but would also illuminate the path for the dead, easing their fears, unraveling illusions, and helping them recognize the ultimate truth. For Padmasambhava, this text was more than a book. It was a compassionate companion, a light through the dark unknown that would meet every soul and remind it of its true essence. With the Bardo Thodol, Padmasambhava left behind not just words, but a bridge between worlds, offering hope and peace on life's greatest journey. When the veil of life lifts, the soul begins its journey through 3 profound stages, known in Tibetan Buddhism as the Bardos. Each Bardo is a gateway, an invitation to liberation, if one can recognize the truths hidden within. The journey begins with the Chikhai Bardo, the moment of death itself. Here the soul encounters the clear light, a dazzling, boundless radiance. This light is the pure essence of reality, a reflection of the soul's own true nature, free from illusion and fear. If the soul can recognize this light as part of itself, it may achieve instant liberation, dissolving into a state of complete peace. But for many, this light is so powerful, so overwhelming, that the soul withdraws, unable to see its own reflection in the brilliance before it. From here, the soul enters the Chonyid Bardo, a realm of visions where the mind projects its deepest fears and desires. In this Bardo, peaceful deities appear, embodying compassion, wisdom, and serenity, alongside wrathful figures, fierce and terrifying. These visions are not external beings. They are projections of the mind, manifestations of the soul's own unresolved emotions and karmic imprints. If the soul recognizes these visions as parts of itself, as illusions born of its own consciousness, It can transcend fear and attachment, moving closer to liberation. But for those who see these figures as real and threatening, the journey becomes entangled in illusion, leading the soul toward rebirth. Finally, the soul reaches the Sidpa Bardo, the stage of rebirth. Here, the pull of karma and attachment draws the soul toward a new existence. The choices and desires of past lives act as a compass, guiding it to a new body and new circumstances. Yet, even in this stage, there is a chance for freedom. If the soul can see beyond its desires, if it can let go of the longing for life and form, it may choose to step off the wheel of rebirth and embrace the peace of liberation. For most, however, the soul is drawn back, compelled by the attachments it has yet to release. Through the Bardos, the Tibetan Book of the Dead shows us that each moment in life and in death is a step toward enlightenment. Each stage offers the chance to recognize the mind's true nature, and in doing so, to find the ultimate freedom beyond life, death, and rebirth. But the path through the Bardos is not only for those who have passed on. For those of us still walking on the earth, the Tibetan Book of the Dead offers powerful insights on preparing for this journey in life itself. This is the path to liberation, a practice that allows us to shed attachments and illusions before we face the final transition. Practitioners are encouraged to cultivate 3 key qualities: meditation, detachment, and self-awareness. Through meditation, the mind learns to quiet its ceaseless chatter, allowing one to experience glimpses of the clear light, a state beyond thought, beyond ego, beyond all earthly ties. Detachment, on the other hand, helps practitioners release their grip on desires and fears, softening the hold of karma and loosening the bonds that pull the soul back into the cycle of rebirth. Finally, self-awareness sharpens our understanding of the mind's inner landscape, revealing how illusions shape our experiences and fuel our attachments. When a practitioner dedicates themselves to these practices, the soul becomes like a lotus rising from the mud, untouched by the turmoil of the world. This preparation means that when the time comes to cross into the Bardos, the mind is calm, clear, and capable of seeing through illusions. In the Bardos, this detachment becomes crucial. Those who can let go of desires and fears as they pass through the visions and karmic pulls of the Bardos are freed from the need to be reborn. They transcend the cycle of existence and enter a state of enlightenment, a place of stillness, peace, and unity with all. The Tibetan Book of the Dead reminds us that liberation is possible not only after death, but here and now, in this very life. By embracing these practices, we prepare not just for the moment of passing, but for a life that is awake, grounded in truth, and free from the illusions that bind us. In doing so, we may find that we are already on the path to liberation, one breath, one thought, and one moment at a time. As we come to the end of this journey through the Bardos, let's pause and reflect, not only on death, but on life itself. What attachments do we carry? What desires, fears, and illusions are woven into the fabric of our daily lives? How often do we pause to truly see ourselves? To look beyond the surface and understand the mind's inner workings. These ancient teachings ask us to live consciously, to understand that the journey toward liberation begins now, in every moment. By embracing the present, we find that each day holds the potential for growth, peace, and freedom from suffering. In living with awareness, we prepare ourselves not just for a good life, but for a good death, one where the soul is free to pass beyond the limits of existence. So let this journey be an invitation to live more deeply, to let go of what doesn't serve us, and to see life as a chance to uncover our true nature. After all, if we can prepare ourselves for the ultimate transition, we can find meaning and purpose, here and now. Thank you for joining in this exploration of life, death, and the mysteries that lie beyond. If this journey stirred something within you, take a moment to reflect. What does life mean to you? How might these teachings change the way you live? We invite you to share your thoughts, connect with others on this path, and subscribe for more journeys into the unknown. And as we part, consider these words. When the end comes, only one thing remains. How much did you love? How deeply did you understand yourself and the world? Until next time, may you walk the path of wisdom and live each moment fully awake.